Welcome to another edition of Smalltalk for You. This morning I wanted to go back to VA Smalltalk and take a look at some less used configuration options that are available in the tool. If you go down here to Tools, Open Preferences Workspace, you'll find a workspace, and this is not really a configuration thing with checkboxes and radio buttons and whatnot that you're familiar with from some of the other tools in VA. These are for things you don't need as often but might need nevertheless. So for instance, if you have to contact supported instantiations, they're probably going to ask you to do something like this, dump the system configuration, so that they can take a look at how you've got things set up. Likewise, down here, there's some other things you might need doing things with Envy that are not normally things you would change. What about if you want to handle the way methods collide on load? So it could be the case that you've set up a couple of different applications and they try to load the same method. Now, if you're in VisualWorks or Object Studio, they'll do what's called an override. VA doesn't do that. It'll basically continue or not, depending on how you set this, and one of these will be blown away. Basically, the extended application will be deleted. So the owning application will keep it, the one that extends it will blow it away. So you have to be careful about this kind of thing, but you can decide how you want to do this, whether you should continue the load or not, and what it should do. Notice that it's set to true. You could have it set to false and then just have it abort the load. Same thing here. What if the methods don't compile? Normally it says go ahead and delete the one that didn't compile. You could turn it off and have it, just fail to load, that kind of thing. So you can do these kinds of things all the way down here. Cancel if declaration errors, use the linker true or false. So methods will always require recompiling if you turn this off. Probably not what you want, but it could be something you'd want if you were loading code as a first step in porting from some other Smalltalk. Just tell it, just load it in, don't compile it, and let me look at it. And there are a bunch of other things in here, so you should probably just take a look at some of these. Go through a couple of more time zones from GMT if you want to set that manually. Using GMT false or true. Normally it's a good idea just to let it use the system clock, but again, you can customize this kind of thing. And it might be a good idea just to scroll through this workspace, take a look at all the toggle settings. Most of the time, you'll want to leave the way they are now, but it's interesting to look to see what's available to you. So that's about it for today. Until next time, have fun with whatever Smalltalk you're using.